Not all debt relief leads behave the same way. Some consumers are actively looking for help right now, while others may need multiple conversations, stronger follow-up, and better timing before they are ready to move forward. Understanding those differences is one of the biggest factors in debt campaign performance in 2026. A lot of companies focus almost entirely on lead cost, but in reality, consumer intent often matters much more than price alone. That is what separates scalable debt campaigns from campaigns that constantly struggle with profitability. Debt relief leads are consumers dealing with unsecured debt or financial hardship. That may include credit card debt, personal loans, collections, medical debt, or broader financial stress. These consumers may enter the funnel through online forms, direct mail, digital advertising, or call transfers. But the source of the lead often changes the level of urgency and intent. That matters because different lead sources usually require different sales strategies. In debt relief marketing, intent usually drives connection rates, close rates, speed of sale, and overall return on investment. Higher intent consumers are actively looking for help right now. Lower intent consumers may still convert, but they usually require stronger follow-up and more touches before they are ready to act. This is why strong debt affiliates focus on balancing lead quality, acquisition cost, pipeline volume, and sales process, instead of chasing one metric alone. The highest intent debt leads are usually direct mail inbound calls and qualified call transfers. These consumers are actively engaging. They picked up the phone, responded to a direct mail piece, or agreed to speak with a debt specialist immediately. That creates stronger urgency, immediate conversations, and often faster closes. But higher intent usually comes with higher acquisition costs and more competition. That is why many operations use these lead types strategically instead of relying on them exclusively. Real-time debt leads sit somewhere in the middle. These are consumers who recently filled out a form or responded to a live marketing campaign. The consumer is still actively in market, but speed becomes critical. The faster the outreach happens, the stronger the contact rates usually become. Many debt affiliates focus heavily on speed-to-lead outbound dialing systems, caller ID reputation, SMS deliverability, and multi-touch cadence because even high-quality leads fail when the outreach process breaks down. Age debt leads are very different. These are consumers who previously showed interest in debt relief but did not convert immediately. That lowers short-term intent, but it also dramatically lowers acquisition cost. This is why many experienced debt affiliates still rely heavily on age leads for scale. Age leads create affordable volume, larger outbound pipelines, and more total opportunities over time. With the right telemarketing systems and follow-up process, aged leads can still produce extremely strong cost per acquisition performance, especially at scale. One of the biggest mistakes debt affiliates make is treating every lead source exactly the same. Different lead types require different handling. Inbound calls require speed and closing ability. Call transfers require strong qualification and immediate control of the conversation. Real-time leads require rapid outreach. Aged leads require consistency, persistence, and long-term cadence. The strongest operators usually build their sales process around the lead type, instead of forcing one approach onto everything. Most high-performing debt shops do not rely on one lead source alone. Instead, they build a balanced system. That may include inbound calls for urgency, call transfers for immediate conversations, real-time leads for fresh opportunities, and aged leads for scalable pipeline growth. The goal is balance. High intent creates immediate revenue. Volume creates long-term pipeline. Strong follow-up ties everything together. That is usually where the best-performing debt campaigns separate themselves from the rest of the market. In debt relief marketing, lead performance is rarely about one metric alone. The strongest campaigns usually combine the right lead mix, disciplined follow-up, strong telemarketing systems, and a clear understanding of consumer intent. The debt affiliates scaling successfully in 2026 are usually the ones building systems around timing, urgency, and process instead of simply chasing cheaper leads. That is what creates stronger pipelines, better ROI, and more consistent long-term growth.